Yo, yo, yo. This is just a test to see if you get notified. Because I have people complaining that they don't see me come live. You know, the usual bullshit. No notifications. Some people get them, some people don't. I've been using StreamYard, so I'm not sure if it's working through there properly or if it's working through here. I'm like, what the hell's going on? You know? Hey, Daisy. Hi, Veronica. Yo, what's up, Elizabeth? Did you guys get notifications? Because I didn't go through StreamYard. I went straight through. Yeah, I went straight through. StreamYard is another system like YouTube. It's like we go through there so we can have all this little like labels and things like that. StreamYard is like another like system where you can have multiple people on a platform and stuff like that. Like that's where you collab and all that type of stuff. But I eliminated that so I can just go straight to YouTube and see what happens. So obviously it works because I guess you guys all got notified. So you didn't get notified? See, Alan says she didn't get notified. So how the heck you know I'm on? You watching? You stalking me? Oh, not on your phone. Yeah, I probably don't work on your phone. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but I tried something different today. I just wanted to see if it was working properly. My camera looks a lot clearer when I come straight through YouTube. Because some people say my mouth will be good and then the voice will be gone. So I guess StreamYard was messing everything up. I have no idea. It don't make no sense. That's why I said, let me come on here and test it out before I come on later to see if it makes a difference. So it's not buffering or anything like that. But I'm wondering what the hell is going on. I don't know. I said, let me try something different. Is all good? All right, well, there you go. I don't know what's going to happen later, but I guess it's fine, yeah. That's what I'm saying. But when I rewatched the video from last night that I went through StreamYard, it weren't working properly. Like it looked didn't look as clear as this right now. And maybe it's because the sun's shining in my damn face. I don't know. I give up. This is just some bullshit. But if it's working fine now, then oh well. Leave well enough and learn, I guess. Like I said, let me try and test it out to see what happens. But it looks good though. All right. I don't know. But now it looks fine. Now it seems fine. I don't know yet. You can see a mouse that scroll by the wall. Hey, Payday, how you doing? What's up, Rana? Hey, Elizabeth. Hi, Juliana. Hey, Alan. Hey, Angela. Hey, Veronica. Hey, Daisy. Who else is here? Hey, Carla. How you doing? Hey, Kina. I think that's everybody. Yeah, you can hear the birds. Yeah. Yeah, just buffer for a little while. Yeah, well, that's cool. Yeah, it's a beautiful day outside. It's like it's really sunny today. It's 74 degrees. It's nice outside. It's beautiful. It's a nice day today. I've been outside for a while, checking out everything. I might walk my dog. I just came back from walking my dog and stuff, so she's fine. I'm glad it's sunny here because the sunnier it is and the more hot it is, the less we get, you know, viruses and sicknesses and shit like that. So. Hey, Latasha, how you doing? I mean, I live right next to trees. Like my trees are right there, like literally 50 feet away. So the birds are always on the trees singing, and I see birds every day. Sometimes I want to kill them because they shit all over my car. But that's just certain birds. But they eat like when I cut the grass, they always like go through the grass and pick like things off the grass and stuff. I got a cedar tree and they eat all the little things off the cedar tree, like little berries and shit. Hey, what's up, Allison? What you mean you got excited for no reason? What happened? You're not excited to see me? All right, well, that's cool. No, my cars are not underneath trees, Angela. My car is out in the middle of nowhere. But what they do is they go on top of my van, like I have a roof rack to put like my ladders on, and they go on top of the roof rack and shit all down the side of my car. So annoying, man. Hey Brenda, how you been? Good to see you. Now I'm not going off. I just came to see if everybody was getting notifications. Because a lot of people have been telling me, oh, there you go. Lionheart said you got notified. That's good. That's why I put the title up there to see if anybody gets notified, because I have problems for the past few days. People have been telling me I ain't getting notified. I didn't know you were on. How did I miss your live? I've been checking. I'm like, what do you want me to do? Like, you know? So I'm doing great. So I was just checking to see if it works. It hides the new video. You know what you got to do, Allison, is unsubscribe and then subscribe again. Because when you unsubscribe from me and you subscribe back again, it reloads everything, you know? So if you're having problems, I suggest that to everybody. Just unsubscribe and then resubscribe, and then it'll like redo everything. Sometimes it helps. Not going to work for everybody, but it'll work for some people. I suggested it to a few people and it worked. It happened to me too. I weren't getting notified from a channel and I went to go watch it. Man. Hey Paris, how you doing? What's up, Lionheart? Yo, what's up, Barb? Hey Elizabeth, I watched the Leo King. Somebody was saying that the Leo King predicted that 2020 was going to be a financial upset for the world. And he predicted that in 2017. He had like this show where he was with another woman, and he was like, I was watching it because it came up in like on my page as things I should watch. So he was all arrogant and everything. He was like, yeah, I'm telling you that in 2020 there's going to be a financial thing because Pluto is conjunct with this. All these planets are going into Capricorn and blah 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 blah. I got it, dude. Because I'm subscribed to him, so his videos will come up, right? So I'm like, check this guy. He was predicting that shit 3 years ago, and he was saying how 2020 was going to be shitty and financial shit going crazy and blah 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 blah. Hey Jamie, how you doing? So it's like I was checking him out. I was laughing. I said, check Elizabeth's boyfriend. And he was all arrogant about it. I was laughing. I was like, this guy is so full of himself. But he's cool, dude. He made a lot of sense in what he was saying. And he was also saying, which I also believe. I watched the whole video. And he was like, yeah, I try and tell people that in the next 7 years, he said this back in 2017, that in the next 7 years, people have to like, if they really want to get their finances better, they got to get off their ass and do it. You see what I'm saying? And then he was like, you know, I try telling people that in the next 7 years, this is what you got to do, or else you're going to be left behind. And he gave him my one, right? He gave him this one here, you know, I'll see you on the other side. I started laughing. I was like, there you go. Hey, Corianne, how you doing? So he was kind of dissing people indirectly, like for sitting on their asses doing nothing, kind of like how I do. Like basically he said, in the next couple of years, if you ain't going out getting it, you ain't getting nothing. You know, I'll watch the last video. I'll watch because now I can watch everybody's videos because I'm not busy, you know, I'm not working. So it's like, hey Sabrina, you got it? Good. How you been? I think more people get notified when I go straight from YouTube. But the reason why I did it this way is because I've been going through StreamYard for the past month, and it's another program. So it's like, let me try and go through YouTube and see if it works. So obviously it's working both ways, but seems like it's working more here because more people showed up. Hey Karen, how you doing? Hey, what's up, SR? Yeah, I'm sure everybody's a little stressed, you know. Yeah, I know, Sabrina. I hope everything gets better for everybody, you know. A lot of people are gonna have, you know, financial problems and things like that. It's hard, you know, but we just gotta get off our ass and make it happen. Just like the Leo King said on his video. I agree with him 100% because I feel the same way. You know, you gotta find ways, you know. You gotta find ways. Oh, there you go, Corianne. Don't worry about it. Just delete his ass or delete your account and then start a new one if that makes a difference. IG is acting crazy now too. Like I said, the porn bots got me. There's all these porn bitches on there, and I try to delete them off my thing because they keep hitting me up, and I'm like, what the heck, man? I keep thinking it's somebody from here, you know, saying, hey, what's up or whatever. Next thing you know, it's some girl, you know, some porn bot. I try to get rid of them. Some of them leave, some of them don't. Some of them get deleted, some of them don't. So I know like it's all there. I can block them too, but sometimes it won't even work. Oh no, Sabrina. That's what I don't understand about people. Like they know that we're going through hard times, and you want to like act crazy like that and take people's shit away. Like here in Bermuda, because we're closing down stuff, people are. The bank said that you don't have to pay your credit card bill for the next 2 months, and you don't have to pay your electricity bill for the next 2 months. So for the next 2 months, they're giving everybody a little leeway, you know. Like, yeah, like I said, things are gonna be crazy right now. You know, nothing's working. Everything's going crazy. Internet, everybody's going crazy. Yeah. Best thing for us to do is stay out of sight and out of mind, and stay sane. Don't allow this shit to consume you, you know, and keep praying. You. All you gotta do is keep praying, keep knowing that God's got your back, and that's all that matters. Try not to let that shit consume you. Of course, it's buffering. That's why I didn't want to come on here. You see, and some people will say you're buffering. Some people say I'm not buffering. See, I'm not buffering on my end because when I buffer, right on my end, a thing will come up top here and say your connection is not blah blah blah. You see, that's that ghetto internet you got. My internet picks up extraterrestrial, whatever the alien shit from the Bermuda Triangle. So my stuff's some fine. See, like Karen said, it's okay on her end. It's all about you guys' internet and nothing to do with me. Because when my end buffers, it'll have a thing up top that says your internet has a poor connection. That's when my end buffers. But if it ain't buffering on my end, then it's you guys. Can't blame Marky this time. Yes, it is you, Random. It's where you live. That ghetto ass internet, see? Yeah, there you go, Sabrina. Just watch things and just try. I've been watching YouTube videos all day. You know, watching things, catching up with astrology. I don't know if you guys know Steve Judd. He's a British astrologer. He's a guy I always watch. So if you guys check out Steve Judd, I really like him a lot. He's a really good astrologer, and he shed a little light on the subject. So if you guys want to see a guy that's calm and cool and tells you, can explain. He's cool. I mean, the Leo King made a lot of sense today. His name is Steve Judd. Just go check him out, Steve Judd. That's his name. He's an astrologer. He's a white guy with glasses, and he's from Britain. He's from UK. He's been to Bermuda plenty of times. He's like a really good astrologer, and he's been doing it for like 40 years, as long as I've been living. So I trust him more than a lot of people on YouTube. Like, he's really good. Like, he tells you everything and stuff like that. He's a real astrologer. Like, he's one of the few astrologers I trust on here. And he's been on here. Like, yeah, he's cool. Like, his videos aren't that long, but he explains what's going on, what he feels about this whole thing. I mean, everybody has their, their person they like and they connect to, but. Oh, cool. I also like the girl Barbara, but the Leo King is more for like people who are younger and people who are like, really deep astrology. But Steve Judd keeps it simple. He keeps it simple and doesn't like have to bullshit you and like some people do, but Don't you know that Comcast, another name for Comcast is Concast? That's what Donald Trump said. Donald Trump said that in his interview yesterday. That shit was funny. I was dying laughing. One day Donald Trump was dissing those reporters. He made them all look like clowns. That shit was so funny. That's one thing I like about it. I know a lot of people hate Donald Trump, but not me. I think he's funny. I think he's straight up to the point. After all, he's a Gemini, so he's an air sign, so he's going to get irritated with people, and he's going to tell people about themselves. Like, that shit was fun. All right, Brenda, be safe. Say hi to Sal for me. Be safe, sweetie. I was just doing this video just to see who gets the notifications because, yeah, of course he's funny to me because he's not my president, but he's still funny. He's hilarious. I think that he has every right to diss those people because they ask the same question in different ways. I feel like him sometimes because a lot of people try to ask, right, that the same question in different ways to a psychic. It's the same thing with him. I get pissed off when people do that shit. And then that's what those people were doing to him yesterday. That's why when that doctor guy came on, he was like, look, let me tell you something. You're asking the same question in different ways, so I'm going to give you numbers. I've got 10 million masks coming in, this, and this. And I'm like, take that, you stupid ass. Like, people think that those guys are dumb. Like, they shouldn't even hold those, the thing is, they shouldn't hold those, like, conferences with those people, everybody's going to disagree to agree, agree to disagree on whether or not he's a good president or not. But at the end of the day, every president has their faults and every government, has their faults and has their good parts and their bad parts, Exactly. If it was somebody, look at in Bermuda, our premier, he didn't take action as fast as he should have, and Donald Trump didn't either. He should have took action for a lot quicker. But at least he did it. He could have been like, the hell with this shit. Hey, Ninja. So a lot of people think he's doing a great job. Other people don't. It's the same thing with Obama and Clinton and everybody else. A lot of people like him. A lot of people don't. Same thing in Bermuda. A lot of people love our government. A lot of people hate our government. It's never going to end. Just like you and me. People hate us. People love us. You can't please everybody. It's impossible. It's impossible. So I can't please everybody. People think I'm an asshole too. Some people think, I'm not. That's like Donald Trump and everybody else. It's a part of life. Yeah, exactly. Nobody's going to agree with them 100%. Nobody, Hey, Angie. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree, Angie. Like, people diss the shit out of him, but he's taking all the precautions to do what he has to do. If he didn't do it, then everybody be dissing him even more. But then but the thing is he should have acted more, but the thing is everybody else took time too. Everybody else took their sweet time as well, because people didn't know exactly what was going on until now, And look, he took the precautions, and people are still going against everybody. You see what I'm saying? Despite on how you judge the guy, he still took the necessary precautions now to make sure everybody's okay. And the thing is everybody else is following suit. And he can tell people blue in the face, stay home, do this, wash your hands. How you know those people are doing? We can't force people to do anything. Look at all those people. Look at all the people that was at spring break at the beach acting crazy. You see what I'm saying? So he can only do so much. People are killing themselves and putting themselves into these situations because, we could say blue in the face, don't do this and don't do that. And they're going to do it anyway. Because the youth of today don't give a shit about you or me. Well, if you guys go watch Steve Judd, he said something very interesting today that made me, say, you know what? I'm absolutely agree with you. And this is why I tell people that this is nothing new. He said, which is true, you can't get rid of a virus. A virus is something that's never going to go away, which is true. It's just like the flu. It's just like pneumonia. It's just like all these diseases that are out there, cancer. These things are never going to go away. It's been here for thousands of years before us, and it's going to be here after us. We just have to, right? We just have to control it with our immune system, eating better, being clean, and having common sense. And that's true words from Steve Judd. And I acknowledge what he said today. And I say, you know what? You're absolutely right. You see what I'm saying? We got to learn from our elders. Hey, Kelly, how you doing? So he's like, this shit's been going on for years. Viruses don't go away. You see what I'm saying? It's just like our computers. We got to get virus protectors because our computers get viruses, or else the computer's going to shut down and we're going to have nothing. Those viruses don't go away. They still attack. And that's what he was saying. There's still going to be diseases. This COVID-19 shit ain't going to go away. It ain't going to go away. It's never going to go away now. It's going to be here forever. We just got to treat it as it comes. That's it. And it's true. What he says is true, but people just don't understand that this shit is never gonna go away. It can be controlled, but we have to control it, you know? Yes, I agree. I agree with all that shit. I agree with all that shit that everybody says. Listen, I'm not disagreeing with nobody's opinion. But what he said was true to me. Like, he was like, this shit's never gonna. I said from the day this shit happened, I said to everybody, there are worse viruses and diseases out there right now. Thousands of people die every day. Thousands of people die every single day. And thousands of people are born every day. So life is gonna go on, everybody. After this shit, before this shit, it don't matter. And it ain't going nowhere. It ain't fucking going nowhere, and you gotta get over it. If you fear death, you shouldn't be on this earth. Because when you pop out of that coochie when you're born, the first thing you're guaranteed is to die. Straight up. And if you can't accept that, then you might as well just go kill yourself. Because if you're scared to die, you're out of your mind. And if you think all that fucking toilet paper is gonna save you, you got a next thing coming. And going to the grocery store and buying all this food ain't gonna save you either. You know what's gonna save you? Is no fear and believe in God. That's simple. And on that note, cheers. People are out of their mind. Crazy ass, stupid people. And that's the problem with the world. People are too worried about dying. Really? The hell are you dying? Worried about dying for what? You're gonna die anyway. People die young, people die old, people die every single day. There's people in this chat room that's had everybody around them die that's close to them. And guess what? We're all in the list too. We're all on the list. Every single one of our names is on the list. When we're next, there's nothing we can do about it. You know? I'm just sick and tired of people, disrespecting the people that are in power, saying this person is this government should have done that, the government should have did this, and people saying, oh, why is everybody doing that, man? Just shut the hell up and stay home. That's all you got to do. You see what I'm saying? Just shut up and stay home. And don't worry about what people's doing. Let this shit blow over and go live your life. You know what I'm saying? Walk around like nothing ever happened. And if you got that attitude, you'll be all right. You know, many people right now are having fun with other people and socializing and nothing's going to happen to them. You know why? Because there's billions of people in this world. There's no way in hell we're all going to get sick. It's impossible. It's impossible. Yes, people are dying, but yes, people die, period. It's life, yo. It's just the media. That's why I like when Donald Trump fucks the media off, because they need it. They need to get told off because they're trying to make things worse for everybody else. You know? I can't stand that shit. Like when media and everybody blurs everything out of proportion, it makes everything worse for everybody else. So the media and the news is the worst thing you could watch. Just be thankful that you ain't got it and you ain't gonna get it. That's all you gotta be thankful. I never said anyone can get sick. Everybody can get sick. I've been preaching that all this time, Lionheart. What you mean that's not true? There's people out there right now that's going to walk around and not get sick because they're not in the vicinity of getting sick from people that have it. You're only going to get sick if you're in a place where it has a lot of it available for you to get sick. Well, people can get a cold every day. Yo, what up, Anthony? How you doing, bro? You know? See, but Lionheart, you can't think like that. You can think like that, never mind. You can go ahead and think negative that people are gonna get sick. But to me, I don't think like that. Yes, I'm not debating all of that stuff, but what I'm trying to say is there are places in the world right now that don't even have it, and they're probably never gonna get it. You see, it's just like every other disease and virus in the world. Not everybody's gonna get it. Only 10,000 people have died. People act like that's a catastrophic thing. You see, you know. Angie, some of them, yeah, some of them are not. Yeah, but you're seeing what's presented to you. You actually don't know if it's true. You see, we don't even know if this is really true. Being a realist and being negative is two different things. Hey Zara, how you doing, sweetie? Like I said, there's millions of people right now with cancer. There's not millions of people. There's not millions of people with the coronavirus, is there? Am I right or am I wrong? That's my point. My point is that. That's my point. My point is, so if you work at a hospital, then you should know that there's more people with other diseases than this. You see what I'm saying? That's my point. You know, that's my point is not everybody is going to get sick. Not every single person will get sick. But people think that way. And if you think that way, then that's a negative thinking. To me, my personal opinion. You can have your opinion, that's fine. But to me, you know, that's just my opinion on the whole thing. There's people that go through life that never get sick. And then there's people that get sick on a regular basis. Everybody's different. Every place in the world is different. That's my point. Not everybody's gonna get it. Oh, you can. Like I said, it's my opinion against yours, Lionheart. It's my opinion against yours. And that's okay. I'm not gonna, be mad at you because you think different from me. And all because you work at a hospital doesn't mean your opinion's brighter than somebody, better than mine. It's just how I think. I think in a more positive outlook. I think that not everybody's gonna get this and it's just gonna go away. But that's what you're saying. This virus is like everything else. It's just like every other virus there is in the world. People survive from it. People die from it. Only 5% of the people and out of the older statistics has died. That's it. You see, people don't die from cancer, and cancer is worse than this. Not everybody dies. People like people beat cancer. People beat these viruses and these diseases. People beat diseases every day. You see? That's it. That's my point. That is my point. Yeah. That's my point. I can debate this all day because it's my opinion and it's your opinion too. But that's my whole outlook on the whole situation. You know? People act like this is something new. It's the same shit. It's just people are taking more precaution now because the world's different. People get the flu every year. They don't tell people the social distances from flu. When you have the flu, you come home and you give it to your whole family. But Daisy, how do you know that? You don't know that you don't know that for sure. Look, I'm going to tell you a story, right? I'm going to tell you this guy that survived the coronavirus already. He had an interview yesterday on the news. You know, he's a survivor. You know what he said? The doctor gave him Gatorade. And now he don't have it. So Gatorade cured the coronavirus. See? For that guy. Because his immune system is different from everybody else's. But that's not true, Daisy, because certain cancers can't be and won't be cured. So that's not true again. You see? It's your opinion against mine, which is fine. If that's how you think, then that's how you think. But that's not true. Not every cancer can be cured. Not everybody can be cured. If that was the case, people wouldn't be dead. But there is cancers that can be cured and cancers that can't be. And some people get the flu and have it for 2 days. I know cancer is not a virus. I'm not that dumb, you know. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. You're going against what I'm trying to say. I'm making a point where everything could be, everything could be cured if you have it. Well, I'm comparing it to a virus because cancer, you just said to me that this is a virus that is doing a whole pile of bad things. So does cancer. So does everything else. So does every other virus in the world. I'm actually going to read something to you. Let me read something to you real quick. Because I think different from a lot of people. I'm going to tell you something. Listen to me, okay? I just did. And I'm going to tell you something else, all right? So listen to me. In 2002, the West Nile virus is going to kill us all. And it didn't. In 2003, the SARS virus is going to kill us all. And it didn't. In 2005, the bird flu is going to kill us all. And it didn't. In 2008, financial collapse is going to kill us all. And it didn't. In 2009, the swine flu is going to kill us all, and it didn't. In 2014, the Ebola virus is going to kill us all, and it didn't. In 2015, ISIS is going to kill us all, and it didn't. 2016, okay? The Zika virus is going to kill us all. The truth is, fear is killing you. Turn off the TV, pray, trust God, and wash your hands. And that's the end of the conversation for me. Okay? There you go. Like I said, you want people to inflict fear in your mind? Then that's your problem. Me, I don't fear nothing. I know I have God in my heart and in my mind, and He protects me, and He'll protect a lot of people. That's it. I'm not trying to be right or wrong. I just want my opinion to be respected, just like I respect yours. At the end of the day, that's how I feel. And people just blow it all out of proportion. I understand it's a crisis and it's bad. It's just this time people actually said, you know what? Let's try something different. Let's try social distancing. Let's tell the world we got to do this, we got to do that. So that way to see if this works. So the next one, because I just gave you a list of a whole shitload of stuff, but no one's ever said to do those things. You see? So I respect the leaders now for doing this, because this way we'll get it. Less people will die and less people will get hurt. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So I agree with everybody on lockdown. I agree everybody to do these things because, but everybody said this is a catastrophe and blah blah blah. No, it's not, because this has been happening for years and years and years. It's just no leader has said we're going to close the world down so we all don't get it. This is something where everybody said, you know what? Now that we have this virus, we're going to make sure that a lot of people don't get it. So let's try and shut the world down and do social distancing and tell everybody, look, the world is in a better place now to me because there's more social media, there's more communication. So this virus is just getting treated as us doing, by all the leaders taking this stand with each other. It's the best thing that could have been done, in my opinion. All these things, and it should have been done in 2002, 2003. It should have been done years ago. Every time you get a virus, people should be doing these things to make sure we all don't get it. But now the world is more advanced, so they said, you know what? We're not gonna allow this virus to destroy the rest of the world. But this is a virus just like every other virus in the world. People are making it a big deal because the government and the people are making it a big deal that you don't die and you don't get it, which is the best thing they could do. And I agree with the world right now. Everybody stay home, make sure you don't spread it. And the next one that comes, we should do the exact same thing. Not wait for a whole pile of people to die. You see what I'm saying? That's my whole opinion on the whole thing. You know, I don't want nobody to get upset because I say certain things. It's just, this is how you have to look at it. Is this has been happening for ever, locked the world down because it's not right to do, because we all need money and we all need this and we all need that. But finally, the world took a stand and said, you know what? Let's try this to see if it'll work. I hope I'm making sense, because that's how I look at it now. See what I'm saying? People you know don't get it. And I hope everybody's safe and takes the necessary precautions for us to be better people with common sense. You know, stay out of sight and out of mind is the best way you can do and best thing you can do right now until this shit gets solved. You know? That's my point. I agree, Barb. I got taught that in nursery school. You know, I'm just glad that the authorities, presidents, the world has closed the world down to a certain extent so that we all don't get it, which it should have been done a long time ago. It should have been done a long time ago for every single sickness and virus that's out there. You know, I just read you a whole shitload of a list. You know, so that's how I feel. If everybody got mad, if certain people got mad at me, then oh well, it's not my problem. I'm just gonna tell you how I feel. I didn't say your opinions are wrong. I'm just telling you that that's how I feel. And I know I'm making sense because it's happened and it should have happened a long time ago. So instead of blaming people, instead of blaming people for not doing it sooner, you should have blamed every president before him for not doing it for the other viruses too. I'm not defending anybody. I'm just saying people have to have some common sense and stop blaming everything on Trump and blaming everything on your government and shit like that. The only thing you should blame is yourselves for living in fear. I just hope everybody gets, I hope everybody's safe. That's all. That's my main thing. Like, I just want everybody to be safe. Well, Lionheart, I hope that you continue to help everybody and be safe, you. And I hope that God puts you in a safe position to help others. I really do, Lionheart. That's my sincere um, outlook to you and my sincere, feelings towards you. I understand we agree to disagree, and I know you're in the hospital, and I respect you for helping people. I respect every doctor and nurse out there. Obviously they're going through a lot of hard times because they can get it too, and they got to come home to their families. So how you think they feel? We're still going to lose people every day. Hey, Anne Marie, how you doing, sweetheart? You got the notification? Good. That's why I did this video, to see if I was going to get a notification. I didn't come on here to debate the virus or to piss anybody off or whatever, but we're just talking about reality in the world right now. People can't even go to church today. How you think people feel? They can't even go to church to pray. You got to pray at home now. Hey, Kayla, how you doing? People don't realize that doctors and nurses are more at risk than we are. How you think they feel going to work? That's why I admire old nurse. I read for a lot of nurses that come. There's a lot of nurses and healthcare people that come into this room every day, and I never disrespect them. I always pray for them. I always pray for them. I even said yesterday that I wish I was a doctor that can solve these problems, but I'm not. So instead, I ask God to help, because he's the only one that can save us all. And hopefully our prayers will, they're going to be stuck with a lot of things, because people don't realize that when Alan might, that's a good question. And the thing is what I feel about that is this: if you're going to the store and you're acting like a greedy piece of shit, and you're going to get all these things, right? Those things are going to get outdated by the time you use them. Right or wrong? So all these things that they're buying is going to go outdated eventually. The things you put in your freezer will get frostbitten. Things ain't going to taste the same. And you're probably going to get tired of eating the same shit. And karma is inevitable. Karma will happen. I believe in it very strongly. And for those people who are greedy and are acting crazy and fighting each other in 3 days, because I won't go there, because I have everything I need. And I didn't even have to be greedy. I just got to be preservative and eat twice a day instead of 3 times a day. Eat eggs, canned goods. I like I said the other day, I was born and raised with hardly anything, because my parents, they had 4 kids. They put us in a private school. Sometimes our lunch, our dinner was cornflakes or some microwave pizza shit that cost $2-3. Back when I was growing up, sodas were only 50 cents. And payday, you know what? And that's sad that people are doing those things, Yeah. That's the thing. People are crazy, and it's never going to end. It's never going to end. Yeah, now the stores are limited to 50 people. 50 people here are allowed to go in the stores, and we only have 3 cases on here. It's not like everybody here has got it, but we're taking the necessary precautions, which I agree. I commend my government for doing that. And they should have done it earlier, yes, but at the same time, let's deal with what we have. You know, Alan, it's just the thing is people are acting this way because they live in fear. But if you go to the grocery store right now here, there's plenty of things to buy now because people already were greedy. The greedy people are gone because they live in fear. People who are greedy and selfish, they're the ones who live in fear the most. They think because they have everything, they're not going to get it. Some of those items that you picked up off the grocery store, somebody else that had that shit could send it to you, you know? I know it probably doesn't happen that way, but what if it does? You don't know. That's why it's time to, you have to look at how times were and put yourself back in the day. You see what I'm saying? You got to put yourself in back of the day mode. That's what I thought about the other day. I said, when I was young, what was I eating in those times we didn't have a whole pile of food? We ate cereal, we ate toast with cheese, toast with butter, bread. We ate whatever came to the table, we had to eat it because there was nothing else. So now you have to put yourself in like I am living like I'm poor mode, or I'm living in a compromise mode. And it don't make sense sending things to anybody because people are going to rob those things because they don't have. But people are out there helping people, man. You just got to be patient and hopefully, I don't forget about nothing. I always know where I came from and how I was raised and how I was dealt with as a kid. I didn't have no lobsters. Who? What was a lobster back then? We didn't have no money for no lobster. We didn't have money for no damn steak. No. Who? We had cornflakes and milk. Shit was cheap. Sodas were 50 cents. A soda now is almost $2. You gotta compromise. That's what I said the other day. Buy canned goods. It's not gonna last forever. People are making bread. People are doing things and putting it in the freezer. Making sure they're good. All right, Paris, take care, sweetie. I'll be back on later tonight. I just wanted to see if everybody got my notification. Come on here and chat with everybody. Sometimes talking is the best medicine, I just don't want nobody to be upset at me because I have a different opinion from you. I'm not getting upset at anybody on here for having a different opinion from me. To each their own. I'm just letting you know what I think. That's all. I ain't mad. I have my thoughts. You got yours. It's all good. I love you same way. It's all good. I don't want you to think that I'm a bad bastard because I have a different outlook on life. I just have a positive outlook on things. And if people don't know me by now, then you'll never know me. Because when I come on here, I tell everybody straight up about their reading, about their cards, about their life. And I do the same thing when I talk about reality and what the world has to offer and what the world's doing. I'm the same person. I'm not going to deny anything or agree with everybody else in the world because it's the right thing to do. But you want to think that way, that's fine. That's cool. I'm not going to say you're wrong. But I'm not wrong either, because I'm thinking my way. Yeah, sure, Elizabeth, I'll do that. I'll do that. I just want everybody that comes in this room to be safe. If you were brought up like me, where you didn't have steak and lobster on weekends, and you didn't have a whole heap of like luxury food and luxury things, then you times like now you reflect on the past and say, you know what, I have to put myself in that mode, in that situation again, because these are the times that I'm living in again. What goes around comes around. You see what I'm saying? That's my opinion on that. Like, if people can't find things at the grocery store, that's okay. Compromise with what you have for now. You know, compromise on what you have for now. It'll get better or it'll get worse, but it's up to you to make it that way. You can't just sit here and say, I'm going to wait till this all blows over. No, get off your ass and trying to help people, talk to people, you know, do things, because the people that are helping everybody, they're not going to get it. Hey, Sonia, how you doing? I'm looking at this as the most positive thing that the world could do, is shutting the world down for a couple days, couple weeks, and just to make sure that this doesn't blow up like every other virus has. And I think that the world has done a great job. The world has done a great job, because if you look at the statistics, there's more people surviving than dying. So why is everybody going crazy? That's my opinion on fear. Exactly, Kayla. I was raised on ravioli and bread. My mom used to make bread. Look, when we couldn't buy a pizza, my mom would make dough. Roti dough out on this shitty ass pan. We didn't have nothing. I weren't born in a soap, no gold spoon. You out of your mind? I was born and raised in a ghetto area and didn't have fucks. And my parents soaked all their money in our education, and it worked. We all came out, you know, and have decent lives and decent jobs, you know? And some of us made it, some of us didn't. But you have to take the initiative. Your parents can only do so much, you see? And as parents, as you guys as parents, which I admire, every parent that's in this room to a certain extent, you know, you now have to provide for yourself and your family. You think I don't know what people go through? I see it every day. But there's more to life than that, Corianne. There's more to life than that. And that's why this is a wake-up call to the world. That romance, love, and all that, you know, I want a relationship stuff is not necessary now. What's necessary is taking care of ourselves so we don't get caught up in fear with the rest of the world. Yeah. Look, my sister and my dad this week caught a cold. They had the flu, right? And I never once thought that they had the virus. Never once. And they're both fine now. But if that's somebody else, they're going to be running to the hospital. Or, you know, running around with a chicken cut off, with their head cut off. This is the season where people have the flu. This is the season where people catch colds, because it's spring is letting off those flowers and all that shit. And, you know, flowers are blooming. People get allergies. People get sick because it's change of climate. And that's another reason why this virus has showed up. And that's why they said last night, as it gets hotter, this thing would disappear. I guess I talk to her myself. I guess I don't know nothing. Oh man. But yeah, people are like so negative and so like set on this is going to destroy the world and you'll never be the same. Like, come on, man. Have you ever been through a hurricane? If you've been through a hurricane, you've been through it all. Okay? A hurricane will fuck your whole life up, destroy your house, leave you homeless, leave you with no electricity for weeks. What are you gonna do? Kill yourself? No. You're going to fight and you're going to try to find a way to live without electricity for weeks. You're going to try to go make food with and not have electricity. Do you know what it's like to make food and not have electricity? I remember when I was 10 years old, Bermuda got the worst hurricane in history. And we were on our way to school weeks. We have a tank underneath our house that catches water from our roofs. We had to go out there every day with a bucket and a rope and pick up water, put it inside pots so we can boil the water so we can take a hot bath. That's why when you've lived through struggle, this is nothing. This is just a regular day in life. But people can't understand that because they live luxury lives and they sit there and complain that they're going to lose everything. They're going to lose their BMW. They'll lose their privileges of going to restaurants because they can't cook, or they're going to bitch and moan about their pathetic lives. You know, you got to cut that shit out. Cut that frame of mind out of your brain, yo. When you live in times like suffering times, this is just another day. That's why I could talk like this. Because when Bermuda goes through hurricanes, we ain't got fucks for 2-3 weeks. Takes months for this place to get back into 100% mode. Trees are naked, waiting for the leaves to come back to give you privacy. Then people wonder why I talk the way I do, because I've been there, done that. Been there, lived with no electricity, no food, wondering where the fuck this shit's gonna come back again. Now we have generators because we worked hard to make money, to get things better, to compete with Mother Nature and to compete with life. You got me? I do too. Daisy, my dad and my mom are home, and both of them have health issues. So I know. When my dad got the flu just now, I thought he had the virus. But then again, I said to myself, no, he don't. No, he don't. He'll be fine. And look, today I went there today and he's perfectly fine. He says, I'm much better and I'm good. Simple. My mom has vertigo. My mom just done an operation for cataract in her eye. My dad has heart issues. My life is not perfect. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell people that my life is not perfect, all because I'm here running my mouth. It's because I understand what life is, not having the essentials. Not having electricity for weeks because of a hurricane is like the worst way to live. And people here still complain like bitches. When am I going to get my electricity? When am I going to get... Calm your ass down. We just went through a hurricane, blowing through here, destroyed our shit, and you're worried about electricity? Shut your ass up, go out there and clean the roads, clean your house, clean your shit, and live your life the way you can for right now. Life is on pause for 2 weeks here because we got destroyed. Okay? That's why I know what that type of life is about. I understand what people are going through. You know? My parents are both sick. You think I ain't worried about them every day? Of course I'm worried about them every day. But then again, I said, God's got their back. The first 2 people that I put in my mouth every day when I pray is my mom and dad. And if I believe, I will receive. You see? Payday. Everybody has a story. That's mine. And I live and die by that. You know, I try and tell people, man, you gotta stop crying because I've been through bullshit too, you know? Bermuda goes through hurricanes. I've been through at least 10 hurricanes in my lifetime. Weeks without electricity, no work, no money, banks machines don't work. You can't even go to the store because everything's closed. Back then, those grocery stores didn't even have generators. We didn't even know what a generator was. We just ate whatever we had and waited for the grocery store to reopen or electricity to get restored. You know, even last year, it's the same thing. A whole week without electricity. And then we have a generator. And guess what happened to the generator? Some rats went in my generator and ate the wires. And when we needed it, we couldn't have the generator. And we had to wait for a guy to come here 3 days. We had no electricity and the generator didn't work because the rats ate the wires in there. So I had to go buy mouse traps and kill all these bastards around my house. So that way they don't do that to my generator so we can have electricity because I have 2 kids here. And I had to do all this rewiring because I'm an electrician. And thank God I am an electrician. I fixed it temporarily until the guy came. You see, people don't know, like, you know, don't think my life is fucking nothing, like, you know. That's why people don't understand. Like, people complain about dumb shit all day, every day, but you never lived in the ghetto. You never grew up in a place that's got fucking hurricanes tearing your whole shit down and no electricity. You don't know what that's like. You know, some people do, some people don't. Yeah, I'm 43 and I've been through 10 major hurricanes. You don't believe me? Go check hurricanes in Bermuda. You'll see. And we come together, yo. When a hurricane hits Bermuda, the whole world, the whole island stops. And everybody gets out there and puts in the work and brings this island back together within a month. It's all back to normal. Everybody helping each other. Everybody making sure everybody's all right. You know, people giving each other gas. People running an extension cord from their generator to give the other neighbor power. Shit like that happens here where this is real life, you know, where we take care of other people, like, you know. It's all over YouTube. You don't believe me? Go see. People think I'm joking, right? You don't know what I'm fucking been through in this island. Psh. Living here is beautiful and it's paradise, but when we get a hurricane, sometimes it's the end of the world for us because we don't know if we're gonna live. Look what happened in Barbados, Bahamas last year or 2 years ago, whatever it was. That was the worst shit I've ever seen in my life. If that happened to us, we'd be flattened too. Imagine how those people felt going through that shit. And you're worried about a virus that you ain't even got? Why, fuck. People don't know natural disasters are the worst, man. That's why all this stuff is just aggravating the shit out of me. That's why people are making like a big deal, but yet, you know, there's so many other things in the world that take your life. Like, calm down. You know, I just have a different outlook on everything. You know, because I've been through shit already. So when you've been through things, you can talk like this. But people don't understand because they ain't never been like that. Yeah, my neighbors, let me tell you, as soon as the storm finished, my neighbor was shouting at me through this, I have a separate, my neighbor's right here, like 100 feet away. And my neighbor was shouting, Mark, I need help. I said, what the fuck's going on here? So I said, what up, neighbor? He was like, look, there's a big tree. I need your chainsaw. I need your help to move this tree so I can move. To get out of my driveway, I can't get out. He was trapped. Tree was right in front. I went over there, cut the tree all up. Yeah, cut the tree all up. Sorted him out. He's an old cat. He's like almost 7 years old. So I went to go help him out. Cleaned his yard all up. Made sure he was cool. Helped him take trees down to the in my car down to the bottom of the thing and dump them so the trash can come and get it. Yeah, everybody helped each other. Like, you know. This last hurricane, the same thing happened. I had to go to my old neighborhood in the ghetto area because the storm hit the ghetto area harder than it hit my area. So I was down there helping my fellow friends, handing them shit, slate to their roofs and shit like that. People think that because I live here, I've got a beautiful life. Yeah, well, come the next hurricane, I'll put your ass upstairs and you'll be crying when you see water coming out your goddamn windows inside. Like me. I was shitting myself the last hurricane. I couldn't believe what I saw. My windows were covered. And where you lock your window in the middle, water was coming through there like somebody was sticking a hose. And water was spurting out. And I had towels everywhere. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what? That's when I feared my life. The last 3 hurricanes, I feared my life. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna die this time, Mark. You ain't getting away, bro. And I just prayed and prayed and prayed. And bang, God spared my life. And people don't really die here from hurricanes because our houses are made of concrete. Because if it's not, it's bye-bye for us. Our houses are made of concrete. This house you're looking at is made of solid concrete. And that's why, and I live at one of the highest places in Bermuda. I can see towers and shit from here all around me. It's very high. So the higher you are, the worse it is. And up here, since I've been living here for 10 years, I've been through 4 hurricanes. And it has been the worst 4 times of my life where I actually feared death, you know, and said, oh boy, this is not good, Mark. This shit's ringing through here. And I when I was in the ghetto, I was more safe because we were down low. You know, we were down low because I knew my mom and dad was cool because where my mom and dad lived, there's big houses around us and we're in a valley. So they didn't really feel too much. It's just tree damage. But here, yeah, right. Here, let me tell you something. I shit myself the last couple times. The last hurricane and the one before that, I was like, oh boy, Mark, this is not good. This is not good, bro. But hey, by the power of God, I survived, you know, and nothing happened to the house. But there were trees everywhere, you know, and I just went outside and I was like, no way. I can't believe this shit. You know, that's why like I don't kind of fear too many things because when you go through that, that's hours and hours of fear. You know, 8-10 hours of wind constantly bashing the shit out of your house. And you don't know what's going on outside because everything's closed. So trust me, I know. And then your electricity goes and you don't know when it's coming back because all you see is telephone poles. Psh, psh. And when are you going to get yours? You don't know. Week goes by. Another week goes by. You got to take water out of your tank with a bucket and a rope. That's why people don't know. That's why I could talk the shit I talk and talk how I talk because I know what it's like. You know, a lot of people think, oh yeah, you know, Mark lives in Bermuda. He's in paradise. You're so lucky. Yeah. You keep thinking I'm lucky where I live. Next hurricane, I'll show you. I'll show you what it's like. I have some video footage of what I've been through. I still got to get this video footage off my old camera. I had an old Sharp camera, the ones that like first came with touchscreen. I had it like 20 years ago. I bought it, and it still works. And I need to transfer some more stuff over. I have a video on there, right, from Hurricane Fabian we had. I saw this telephone pole in front of me go like this. Look. Like that. And I was like, oh boy, we're gonna die today. If the wind's taking a telephone pole and shaking it around like a twister, like a Twizzler, then we're in trouble. Next thing you know, my satellite dish went look. Next thing you know, all the power lines were crossed over like this. You couldn't even drive on your road. Everything was crisscrossed like this. We didn't have power for 3 weeks. 3 weeks before we got power. And when the guys put the power back up, everybody was outside clapping and crying and telling those people, you know, thank you so much for putting our power back and shit like that. You know? So you want to know about crisis? I'll tell you. Come in a hurricane. That's fucking crisis. Go look at Bahamas last year. That's a crisis. You know what I'm saying? Fucking bullshit, man. People don't understand. Yeah, earthquakes, Mother Nature's the scariest thing in the world. People get all you people in the States that get snowstorms, isn't that shit scary? You can't even come out of your house. You gotta shovel that shit till you can move. You know? And what if your heater don't work? You're gonna freeze to death. You think I don't know? I've been in the States during snowstorms in Boston. One year I went to Boston on my birthday, my lips were purple from being inside and going outside and coming back in because my body's not used to that. Hey, what's up, Triple Crown? How you doing? You got notified? Okay, good. I tried something different. I used just YouTube instead of the other platforms. So I think when I come back on tonight, I'm gonna restart my computer and then come back. Well, I'm gonna be back on here in an hour's time, but not on my channel. I'm gonna be on Renee's channel because it's her birthday. So I know I've been in Boston and Atlanta during a snowstorm, and it wasn't pretty. It was like a hurricane, but not quite. But you know, that's why I feel for people that have, you know, natural disasters and shit like that. Like, you know, all those tsunamis and shit from years ago out in Asia and all that, man. People don't know, but that shit's the worst feeling in the world. A virus is nothing compared to that, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Don't take it literally. But, you know, like weather is worse than a damn virus to me. Because that's like some next level scaredness, you know? So that's why I'm not really scared. I just pray and pray and pray. That's all I do. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Without power, you can freeze to death. And without power here during a hurricane, you know, we can't. What are we supposed to do? You know, you live without hot water for weeks. You got to take cold showers. And thank God it comes in. And the thing is, we can't even sleep without AC. It's so fucking hot and so humid. We don't have no electricity. We gotta sleep with our windows open, and we gotta listen to generators going all night. So you ain't getting no sleep for about at least 2-3 weeks until the power comes back on. I can write a book on the amount of bullshit people go through during a hurricane and during, you know, natural disasters and Mother Nature shit. You know? Exactly. Me, I believe and I receive, yo. That's a part of my life. I think I've prayed more in the past 10 years than I've prayed in my entire life. And I was born and raised as a Catholic. I was an altar boy for 8 years. You know, what more you want to know? I served God my whole life, yo. So I'm not on here preaching about God just because I'm scared. You know, I was an altar boy for 8 years, and I went to church every single Sunday. Sometimes I was the only altar boy there. Even in school, during school masses, because I went to a Catholic school, I was the only one that wanted to go up and be an altar boy because they used to tease me because I was wearing a robe, looked like a dress. But that didn't stop me from serving God. And look at me now. I'm in a better place than those assholes that were disrespecting me in school. Am I right or am I wrong? So only God can judge me. There you go. Keep saying that to yourself. Bye, Barb. Take care, sweetheart. All right, everybody, let me get out of here. I'm going to go make some dinner in a few minutes. And as soon as I looked up, I saw 555. See that? Just to let me know that God's got my back. See that? As soon as I looked up at the time, it said 555 here in Bermuda. Exactly, Lionheart. You know, we've lived similar type of lives. You know, people in here. That's why everybody's in here right now, because we all live these type of lives. We all live these type of ways. You know, people got to be like, you know that people's lives are all the same and different at the same time. You know, believing in God. That's what's up. Oh yeah, we're on daylight savings time now, but it's very cloudy right now. But we have daylight savings time. We're not. Only Europe has to change over now next week. Yeah, I'm gonna be there in an hour, but I'm gonna go get some dinner now, so I won't miss it. I might be there a little late, but I'll see what happens. I already told her anyway. Yeah, we have daylight savings time. It was 2 weeks ago, Triple Crown. All right, you guys, stay blessed, stay safe, stay out of sight, not of mind. It's the tarot magician. I'm just put up the link if you guys have it, so that way they know where I'm gonna be, where we're gonna be. It's my friend Renee. It's her birthday today, so we're gonna have like a little live talk shit and have fun. Triple Crown, one of these girls will put up the link, but I don't know if they have it, but it's the tarot magician is our channel. All right. I'll see you guys all later.